Right guys, welcome back to the series for week 16. Actually the shortest episode I think we've ever had, but still fairly sweet. And speaking of short, this is the shortest time to crash in a race. Roughly 300 meters from the start of the race, and we have already crashed into a wall twice. And sadly picked up a 3-second penalty for colliding with that wall, and I would have quit too if that was me.
Holy fucking shit! I didn't see that coming.
So next up at number 6, we are moving to... You know what? It's been so long since I played this game, I don't even know what this track's called. Anyway, we are going to be starting in 6th place here. And we have some guys being side by side. Very tricky car to handle from what I've heard. And well, all of them are going to go off. There was a bit of contact with someone next to him, but he managed to stay alive. And he is in 4th or 5th. Anyway, moving on to number 5.
Oh god.
This is a really good idea.
I can't even begin to imagine what was going on in Polyphony. This must have been a joke to have made this a race in the GT World Series. We got someone spinning before the race even begins. And another example of a car crashing before the start-finish line. So he's technically on lap 0. And he's crashed into a wall, well, twice as well. We are going to actually not quit, so we're going to give him props for that. But eventually we're going to rejoin. Let's just have a replay there.
Instant replay, please.
So let's have a look at the chap who spun, not using traction control. Not at all ready for the race to begin. He's managed to luck out. But later on, the guy who crashed into that wall as a result of him, he's really not having any luck at all here, because him and someone else are going to go off at turn 1 on lap 6, so a really tough outing for him. And then moving on to number 4, we are at Autopolis with Count Gamer Chronicles. He submitted that, but I watched a bit more and I saw some other things going on. I like the logo on the back of your car. I only literally just noticed that. But let's have a look here. We're going to have a red car lagging, and then that chap in the NSX just going to swerve across, and then the Jag is going to catch back up. But he's going to swerve across and really cause that incident himself. A really late decision there. You know, if you're trying to change lane, probably do it a bit earlier than when someone is actually in the pit lane already. And he's going to be, I would say, very harshly treated here, because the game is going to reset him literally as he got into the pits. He's going to pick up a 3-second penalty for that and not even get to serve his pit stop.
What is sportsmanship? Various examples of improper driving. Edging out others, pushing others off the track. Applying the brakes too late, leading to a rear-end collision. In these cases, you should not only hit the brakes, but you should also do everything in your power to avoid the car in front. A time penalty may be issued in online races.
This is an example of driving that really makes you look bad.
If you are new to online racing, begin by assessing the situation to avoid impeding others.
If you feel that a certain driver seems a bit dangerous, or that a certain car is not used to racing yet, rethink and reposition yourself on the track so that you can avoid being involved in the chaos that they may cause. The worst is when you become a missile, by not being able to stop within the track, ramming into other cars and ruining the race for others as well as yourself.
So moving to number 2, we have got a fellow South African, and we are on Alsace here. Now, I just started this a bit earlier to show that there was really nothing that happened between these two guys. The Nissan is catching up to the Ferrari, as you would do in a Nissan in this game with the current meta. But we're going to have a look at turn... Well, I don't know what number this turn is on this particular layout, but on the inside of this left-hander, very cleanly done. The Ferrari is going to try to do a cutback and then just edge him out of the track and not give him any room at all, and then end up spinning wonderfully and serving some instant karma. But let's have a look there. So no intention of giving any room to the Nissan, and no intention of the car allowing him to stay on the track. So he's going to pick up a 1.5-second penalty too. And where's he going to end up? Well, because of his greediness, he's going to end up in 12th. So we are moving to number 1. And this is from Wiggly Style. And keep in mind, guys, this was an A+ lobby. So this is about as decent as the racing could have gotten. like quality of races, that is. And we are seeing some things happening here. Turn 1, we've already had 4 or 5 cars going off. And then going through the S's, Wheelie Style's going to go up the back of that guy a bit, but all is well. And then we're going to have a few more incidents as we go through the S's. 2-second penalty for Wheelie Style. A whole bunch of carnage happening here. You would really swear this was like an E-rated lobby, but this is just the nature of these cars. So let's just have some quick highlights here. Guys going off all over the place, coming through the S's. More cars just getting punted. That is absolutely diabolical stuff. So this is what happened here. We're going to have this guy who's spun the black car. And now as we come up to the S's, he's going to be avoiding a little bit of carnage elsewhere. Managing to get away with that one. And then through the S's is going to be slowed down, which is going to allow the other cars to catch up and exact a bit of revenge. But they're both going to go off. So that was absolutely diabolical.
Jesus Christ! I warned you.
I've done it again.
I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you know.